Triple T4 was the longest, best, most complex and competitive tournament yet. 6 teams, double elimination. In the first round, we kicked things off with Better, College Dropouts, Primetime, and the Goobers. And the first round bye belonged to the City Boys and Rated M due to their placements in the previous tournament. We started off in round 1 where Better took on the Goobers. Better entered this tournament with an even record of 4-4 in all 8 of their maps, whereas the Goobers made their debut in the previous tournament where they were there. They were definitely there, at least. Their performance in the previous tournament led to a 2-person change on the roster. Django and Rice were dropped for 2 players that represented the VIPs in Triple T3, that being Suspense and Hollow. Better would take map 1 6-3 on a huge performance from Ace, going 11-3. In map 2, however, the script flipped. The Goobers began with 3 consecutive first bloods, jumping out to a 2-1 lead. Then in round 4, after another first blood, it was Suspense left in a 1v1 situation against Ace. Better would not get a single first blood until round 6, where they cut the deficit down 4-2. The Goobers brought themselves to map point, leading 5-2, but Better was fighting back. They would bring this map score back to 5-4 after a big 1v1 win from Scar, but it proved to be too little too late. Gooby Logic would win a 1v1 with a beautiful grenade kill to extend the series to our first map number 3 of the tournament. Map 3 was more of the same from Goobers, who came out of the gates very hot, taking a 5-1 lead, putting themselves on round point. After Hollow got first blooded, it was a questionable play call out of the Goobers that helped Better get back in the win column, bringing the round count to 5-2 in favor of the Goobers. But what followed next was history. Better would fight back and bring the round count to 5-4 when it came down to Ace versus Suspense in a 1v1. Ace would come out on top, leading to a round 11 in map 3 for the first time in Triple T history. 1v2 for Gooby Logic. His position spotted. He gets one! Scar! Wins the 1v1 and Better come all the way back! In the second series of round number 1, it was 2 teams who have participated in previous tournaments, however not Triple T3 in Modern Warfare 2. The College Dropouts versus Primetime. The Dropouts came into this tournament having Rookie of the Tournament and Most Improved Player candidates on their team, captained by Brady, who went into map number 1 and dominated. Brady had one of the top performances in Triple T history. He led the Dropouts to an easy map number 1 victory. In map number 2, Primetime was proven to be outmatched. It was more domination from the Dropouts, winning 6-0 and with no player dying more than 2 times. And on the other side of things, it was Goose joining the Donut Club, going 0-6. To kick off round 2 was the defending champions, the City Boys, going up against Better. Ace kicked things off with a clean double kill first blood to help Better go up 1-0. The teams looked fairly even as they were knotted at 3 after 6 rounds. However, the City Boys would win 2 straight to put themselves on map point in a 5-3 lead. Better would fight back as they are now becoming known to do and tie the map at 5-5, forcing their second round 11 of the tournament so far. But it was the defending champs showing why with a flawless round 11 to go up 1-0 in the series. For map number 2, we went to Breenberg Hotel for the first time in Triple T4, and the City Boys showed that they could not be touched on that map. It was a flawless 6-0 win for the City Boys and a dominant 8-1 performance from Morfini. On the other side, all 3 members of Better struggled, but it was Mystic God joining the Donut Club as Better was sent to the losers bracket. In the second series of winners, round number 2 was the Dropouts versus Rated M, starting on Embassy. Rated M started out hot as expected, especially on Embassy, led by an ace from Rookie Murder in round number 2. Jiggy would get one on the board for the Dropouts with a clutch 1v1 versus Alex, but it was TK icing up in round 5, winning a 1v1 versus J Baseball, followed by Alex doing the same. Round 7 was business as usual for Rated M, leading to a 6-1 win in map number 1, led by Murder's 9-3 performance in his first ever map in any tournament. For map number 2, we headed to Fortress, where Rated M kicked it off hot in the first 2 rounds, highlighted by a clean 2-piece snipe from TK to go up 2-0. The dropouts, however, would come back strong, winning 4 consecutive rounds to take the lead. And in round number 7, Brady would fall just short in a 1v3 attempt, letting Rated M get another round on the board. The next 2 rounds were split, and then Rated M would force a round 11, where Murder would get the first blood, but it was quickly followed by kills from Jiggy and Brady, leaving Murder in a 1v2 situation. Murder would get the plant, but it was Jiggy with the final kill and defuse to force a map number 3 and a little bit of a smile for the folks at home. Map number 3 was a back and forth affair throughout its entirety. Nobody could string multiple round wins in a row until Rated M would take rounds 7 and 8, going up 5-3. And after Jiggy was first blooded in round 9, it came down to Alex versus J Baseball in a 1v1, where Alex would take the win and Rated M would clinch their spot in the winners final versus City Boys, setting up a rematch of Triple T3's championship. Down in the losers bracket, things were a little different. All matches would be best of just 1 map as opposed to 2 out of 3, and we started off with the college dropouts versus the Goobers. The dropouts came out hot in round number 1, then it was J Baseball winning a 1v3 in round 2, putting the momentum firmly on the side of the dropouts. Then as the dropouts led 3-1, it was yet another 1v3, this time from Jiggy. The Goobers would prove to be outmatched, eventually falling 6-2, ending their run in Triple T4. In the other losers round 1 matchup, it was our 2 purple teams, Better versus Primetime. It was 2 questionable decisions from Primetime in the first 2 rounds, putting them down 2-0 right away. Primetime would be able to put 2 rounds on the board, but Better was able to handle them with relative ease, winning 6-2 and adding Goose to the Donut Club once again. For losers round 2 was the previous 2 winners, that being Better and the dropouts facing off. J Baseball propelled the dropouts to a hot start, going 5-1 in just the first 3 rounds as the dropouts led 3-0. And in round number 4, it was the dagger in the hearts of Better, as Brady was alone in a 1v3 situation and able to come out on top for one of the best plays of the entire tournament. The dropouts looked good as ever and would end up cruising to a 6-1 win, sending Better home with 4th place. In the winners final was the matchup that everyone had been waiting to see. Map number 1 was Crown Raceway, where Rated M took the first round after Morfini killed his own teammate to eliminate the City Boys' numbers advantage, leading to Alex taking him down in a 1v1 situation. However, the City Boys would take 3 straight, putting themselves up 3-1. Then in round 5, with the numbers against them in a 2v3, it was TK and his sniper making the clutch plays to help win the round. The chance to even it up in round 6, up 3 players to 2 with the bomb planted, Rated M would fall to Switch and Morfini, falling into a 4-2 deficit. The City Boys would take the next round as well, bringing themselves to map point at 5-2. It was TK who would clutch the 1v1 in round 8, followed by a big 1v2 win from Alex in round number 9, and Rated M looked like they might be starting to mount the comeback. Once again, it came down to a 1v1 situation, and this time it was Murder able to clutch and send us to a round 11. However, in round 11, it was Morfini with the ace to set the Triple T single map kill record with 16 and propel the City Boys to a 1-0 lead in the series. In map number 2 on Embassy, we would start out at 1-1, but Rated M began to settle in, taking 2 consecutive rounds before dropping the 5th, making it a 3-2 lead for Rated M. Rated M would then take 2 more rounds, going up 5-2, and then with a chance to force map 3, Murder and Alex would fall in a 2v1 against Morfini, as this time it was the City Boys looking to facilitate a comeback. City Boys would take the next 2 rounds, forcing yet another round 11. In an all-out push to B, it left TK in a 1v2 situation in the blink of an eye, where the City Boys would come out on top, coming all the way back from down 5-2 and advancing to their 2nd straight grand final. The losers bracket final was unanimously voted by the captains to be changed to a best of 3 rather than just 1, and it would be a rematch of winners round 2, Rated M versus the College Dropout. The series started off with some fireworks as TK and Alex put some highlights on the board to jump out to a 3-1 lead. The Dropouts, however, would stop Rated M dead in their tracks after being down in this early deficit. J Baseball would step up big and help lead the Dropouts to 5 consecutive round wins, putting them up 1-0 in the series. Mercado Las Almas was the site for map number 2 of the losers finals, where we would be in for a classic. Rated M would jump out to a 2-0 lead, but it was Jiggy winning a big 1v1 to put the Dropouts on the board 2-1. But Rated M would quickly bring their lead back to 2 in round number 4. Jiggy was nearly able to walk away with a 1v3, but it was held off by Alex, putting Rated M in the driver's seat up 4-1. The Dropouts would bounce back quickly with the next 2 rounds going their way, cutting the deficit to 4-3. But with a first blood in round 8, Rated M was able to win it and bring themselves to map point. The Dropouts, however, would once again show their perseverance, taking the next 2 rounds and once again forcing a round 11. Rated M would need to win this round or they would be going home with 3rd place. Jiggy would rush A for the plant, but it was Murder able to get the first blood on him, and at this point the round slowed drastically, but it was TK able to take down J Baseball and eventually Brady as well to force a map number 3 in the losers final. Map 3 was back to a CeeLo, where things of course would start slow in this intense win or go home map. Round number 1 would come down to a 1v1 situation where Murder would take down Brady with his 3rd kill of the round to put Rated M up early. In round number 2 we would once again come down to a 1v1, but this time it was Jiggy able to neutralize an already weak Murder to even the map at 1-1. Rated M would be able to string 2 rounds together going up 3-1, but in round 5, which started as a 3v2 in favor of Rated M, quickly became a 1v2 where Alex would fall to J Baseball and the Dropouts would inch closer to tying the score. It was TK in round 6 with a ridiculous first blood, propelling Rated M to a 4-2 lead, seemingly taking control of this map and looking to put it away. However, the Dropouts just won't quit. They took 3 consecutive rounds just like that and put themselves on map and series point with a 5-4 lead. Of course, there would be no other way. Rated M would take the next round and send us to another round 11, this time winner go home with 3rd place. It came down to a 2v2, TK and Murder versus Jay and Brady. Jay would take down Murder but instantly be traded by TK, who happened to stick Jay with a Semtex. Brady would unknowingly walk towards it and get tagged down to 56 health, and at this point TK was able to put the finishing touches on and send Rated M back to the grand finals after one of, if not the best series we have ever seen. The grand finals would be a rematch from Triple T3, Rated M versus the City Boys. Map number 1 was set for Greenberg Hotel, a map that the City Boys have dominated, and the map they clinched the Triple T3 championship on. The defending champions would start out in dominating fashion, not only winning 3 consecutive rounds, but not dying one single time in any of those rounds. But in round number 4, it came down to Alex in a 1v3 situation, and he was able to somehow walk away with the win and bring Rated M back to life. The City Boys would quickly get another round on the board, and then disaster struck. Nearly 7 hours into the tournament, the stream crashed. With that being said, we were able to record the final parts of the first map and the entirety of the second map, as the City Boys would go on to win 6-2 and put themselves up 1-0 in the grand final. When it came to Embassy for map number 2, Rated M would show some signs of life early, as the series began at 2-2 throughout 4 rounds. However, the City Boys would swiftly move through the next 3 rounds, taking a 5-2 lead and resting on tournament point. Rated M was able to roll through the following round, but the deficit was just too large, as the City Boys would take round 9 and become the back-to-back Triple T champions. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. If you like it, be sure to like it. I appreciate you for watching. I appreciate anybody that tuned in to any of the previous 2 tournaments. With that being said, I will see you in Triple T5.
Wake up, phone jumping, I think that's the money calling.